My hands are green from kneading, but it's okay. So this is what the kneading looks like when you do it for about, didn't it take about 5 minutes? About 5 minutes of kneading would help, especially if you used as much as I did. If you just want to make it for yourself and you don't want to share, then I just make not even this much. I make about this much because when you roll it out, it's going to have about 10 of them. And that's how much a little kid needs or a parent needs. If you're not going to share, but I like sharing, so I'm going to share. So back to kneading. When you have all this stuff left, if you like your dough, just eat it. That's what I'm doing. See? Dough. Ow. Good.
Now take a small ball. Take a small one.
So now you're going to take about this much of a ball, roll it up into a sphere, and it's supposed to look like that. Now you're going to pull it down and roll it out. Make it like a little hot dog, but longer than one. Now, if it breaks, just stick it back together.
Right.
It won't take a long time. I'm going to roll it up again, just because it broke and it doesn't look good.
Maybe make it smaller then, maybe not so much.
I'm going to make it smaller.
Yeah.
Just because that may have been too much to use. So, don't push it on it so hard. Maybe lightly put pressure on it, but don't put a lot of pressure. Because if you put a lot of pressure, it's going to break like it did for me. But remember, if it breaks, just stick it back on. Now, I want mine to look really good. I don't want it to be all bloppy. So I'm going to try to do this as best as I can. Do you ever wonder
That looks good.
how when you're just rolling your hand like this back and forth, do you ever wonder how it gets so long when you're just doing this?
Don't know it.
See,
good
look,
question.
so it's right here. I'll make a little mark. Let me make a mark with some powdered sugar. It's right here. And look, watch it get bigger than that.
That's probably good enough. Oh yeah, it has gotten bigger.
Now, I want mine to look good, and I want it to look even. So, that's good enough. So now, you're going to get a knife, scissors, or whatever, and cut it to about here.
Yeah.
Cut it to about there. Now, we're just going to eat these, so I don't care what size they are, how they look. I just want it to taste good. So then put the ones that you've already cut up. So then don't put them close together though. I know I did, but whatever. So now roll it up in a sphere. Fill my hands. So you're gonna roll it up in a sphere like this. Zoe's the dog and she just ate some dough. Zoe, why'd you eat dough? Why did you eat dough? Alright, we don't really care if she eats dough. It doesn't have any poisoning stuff for dogs. Hey, just because I said poison for dogs doesn't mean you do that. So, if it falls apart, I recommend that you just roll it up back in a ball. Now, back to when we were doing the batter and everything and we were making the dough, if you want to add vanilla extract because it's not good enough, go ahead and do it before you start getting dough. Because if you do it while your dough's already done, like if you do it while your dough's like pretty much thick and it's like dough, try to do it while it's still like a butteryish kind of dough. So it doesn't get thick and then you finally put the vanilla extract and it doesn't work. I haven't done that because I try doing it the right way. So, I like talking while I'm making things just because it gets me interested in what I'm doing. See, it's breaking apart.
That's okay. It'll go together the more you work with it.
So gently roll it. Don't roll it with two hands because Then if you roll it with 2 hands, it's going to break and it's going to make it weird. So, Zoe, you want some dough? Eat that. See it? Okay, this is okay for dogs, so if you accidentally drop it and your dog ate it, don't worry. If we can eat it, they can eat it. Because I have a dog named Angel. Woo! She eats anything that you drop on the floor. She'll eat ranch with soup. Like if you're eating pizza and soup, and let's say you eat pizza with ranch, if you drop ranch and a little bit of soup, she'll eat it no matter what. She's disgusting, but she's a good dog, so I just think she's cute. But my sister, Olivia, was going to be my guest star, but she had to do work. So I just said, what about you just do your work and I'll have Granny as my guest star. I didn't really want that because then no one would be helping me and all you could see is my Granny's hand. So why don't you film Zoe for a little while? Gosh, I don't want the camera on me all the time.
Why?
Because I'm not a supermodel.
You're the hostess.
Oh, I'm the hostess. What about I'm a supermodel? No, I'm not a supermodel. Zoe, what do you want? Okay, I don't know what's happening, so I'm just going to get a new pack of dough. My Granny's going to help me with all this stuff. And if your color's not good enough, I like my color. I wish it was lighter, like the man that was doing it, but
It's good.
I mean, it's a pretty good color. Because once it dries a little bit, it'll be good to eat. Now, these mints, you can make them hard by putting them in the freezer or refrigerator for overnight. Or you can make them really soft and just eat them when it's about 3 or 4 hours. Why is this not working with me?
I just have to get it, like, sort of, get it real warm so that it'll stay together.
And my grandpa used to make actual homemade where they go outside and stretch it. They just stretch all the dough, but it's new days. It's not the same. No one on YouTube ever, so we eat that, never puts stretching on YouTube. It would be a good thing, but it's just, I can't remember, my papa can't remember how he used to do it, how he used to stretch it, because he was my age when he had it. So my Granny made this big, giant, large one. Look at that. Granny filmed that. Look. She did that whole thing and look at mine.
That's all right. Granny's got bigger hands than you, remember. Those might be a little bit big, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't care.
Should we make it a little bit smaller, thinner?
There. Granny, just wait.
Okay.
These are not too big because you're just going to eat them.
That's right.
So, unless you have problems with your throat, then you can make them small. But I think me and my Granny want to eat them bite-sized. Good bite-sized mints. Is that about? That's okay, right?
Mm-hmm. You can make them any size you want, really.
Yeah, you can make them any size you want. Now, look how much this is. We still have this much dough left. And one little ball makes this. Makes like half of this. And that's like, we still have a lot to go now that you see that we have so much dough. If you're just eating it by yourself, again, I'm saying this again, if you're eating by yourself, make about 3/4 of the dough that we did. Make about, because we only did 2 balls of this. So I'm going to say, look, you'd only need about this much dough to just make this many.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're only cutting it up too. You need to roll this out more.
You want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up where?
I mean, finish out your video.
And then go back to it.
No, I mean finish it up.
What do you mean finish?
I mean just to see how it looks. What you got left?
Huh?
What you got left?
I gotta say goodbye now.
Oh, okay.
Show them 3 hours, 4 hours. So I'm gonna have to just keep it the way it is.
Well, remember you leave them sitting out for 2 hours.
Okay, so just going ahead and telling you, you leave them out for about 2 hours. Or you can leave them 3 if you want them a little harder.
Perfect. That's right.
But I'm going to keep this video going just because I want you to see the final touch of what they look like and me eating them. Oh, I can't wait. Sorry. I shouldn't be doing that with a knife, but
Exactly.
whatever.
Let me stop it.
So, we're going to stop it real quick, and I'm going to keep on doing this, and I'm going to walk around the room. So, I'm going to sit down. My legs hurt from standing so
I know it.
So, hey Jojo, you all my green nails? Okay, sorry. So, I showed you what to do. We're gonna pause this, let it sit for about 3 hours because I clipped mine, so it's very easy to go back from where you were. Hey. So, I'm gonna clip it, make it about 2 hours. Then I'm going to show you the final touch of what they look like. So, let me just finish doing my little bite-size things, and I'm going to eat one. So, here's what it is for me eating the dough. The dough's okay, but when you're starting to eat the real thing, when it's set for about 3 hours, 3 or 2 hours, it's going to be so good. But I'm going to clip this for about 3 or 2 hours. But when you get back to it, it's not gonna be 3 or 2 hours. It's just gonna go clip, and it'll be where it is in the whole video. So I'm gonna do one more and show you what it's like. If you don't want to watch this anymore, like if you don't want to watch me doing this one more time, don't have to. It's just an idea. I thought we need to put these somewhere
I know.
else because I don't have any room.
I know, that's why I need to cut it.
So, remember, about this much. Falls apart, put it back together. So, let me clip this real quick and we're going to finish all this stuff, but don't clip it yet. And in about 2 hours when they dry, I am going to show you the final touch of when I'm eating them. So, don't worry, this is how it's going to go. I think my granny understands. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Let it sit for 2 hours, then clip it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she gets it. So let me just clip this and you'll see the final touch after this clip. So let's get to the clip.